My friends, it says right here that critics have called it an action-packed thrill ride with great special effects. It's Jag, NBC's new drama, tomorrow night after Game 4 of the LCS. Don't miss Jag, Saturday night on NBC. Viewers on the West Coast should check their local listings. Two men reached against Charles Nagy in the first. He got out of it. Now he'll face a guy who's punished him this year, Jay Buhner. Buhner hit 5 regular season home runs against the Indians, plus a 9th-inning homer off Jose Mesa in Game 2 of this series at the Kingdome. 2 of those homers were at the expense of Nagy.
And again, in talking with Lou Piniella about Nagy and Buhner, I said, when he talked about taking this guy to right field, not trying to pull him all the time, I said, well, Buhner's one of those guys that takes the ball out the other way every once in a while. He said, yeah, if he looks for it, he'll go that way. And you got to look for breaking balls. You can't look for fastballs against Charles Nagy. You got to sit on breaking stuff.
1-0 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed.
And again, despite the fact that you look for it, it doesn't mean you're going to hit it. I mean, you've got to make yourself wait back, look breaking stuff, then wait back and try to drive it to right, especially a pitch like that, down low and away.
He's ahead of him 1-2. Flowers on deck, and Soho to follow in the second.
Isn't it funny, Bob, how you look at a guy like a Randy Johnson, who's probably the hardest thrower in all of baseball, 18-2 for the year, and you talked earlier about the guy over at Atlanta, Greg Mack, at 19-2. I mean, such a difference in pitching styles and velocity, but yet Maddox is one of those guys, I mean, drives you crazy. And here's a guy that's strictly a challenge, talking about Johnson.
The 2-2 to Buhner. And here's a drive to deep left, and he has rung Nagy up again. Whatever it is that Charles Nagy is throwing, Jay Buhner generally finds it to his liking. He hit 40 for the year. That's his second of this series and his 7th counting the playoffs against Cleveland in '95.
Al, it was a hanging breaking ball, and we said earlier, if Nagy stays downstairs, he'll have success. This is a high curveball about belt high, and Buhner jumps all over it. Watch it, right here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Belt high and no problemo. Albert Bell turned around and watched it right out of here.
Up steps Flowers. 2 for 8 with a homer in the series. 23 homers, 96 RBIs during the regular year. You hate to overstate, but sometimes this is enough for Randy Johnson.
I was going to say the same thing, Bob. You're absolutely right.
Certainly you can't allow much more.
Well, you know, when you get a guy like Johnson to lead, and he knows he's capable of shutting out any ball club, and I'm sure the same thing is on his mind. There's the guy that he's given Seattle the lead, Jay Buhner. Buddy Bell along with Mike Hargrove.
Nagy's 0-2 pitch. High and away.
You know, but you figure if you're a pitcher on this Indians staff and you give up a run or two, you're going to be in the ballgame. You got a chance to win. Not so. And again, I'm not saying Johnson's going to stop him or shut him out tonight, but he's always got that chance.
It's a third. Espinosa ranging to his left, has trouble getting rid of it, but got him by half a step.
A little ground ball, a little breaking ball down low and away that Flowers tried to pull. This ball runs up the arm of Espinosa. There it is. Finally gets a handle on it and throws out Flowers by about a step.
Stickers on Espinosa's bag. He has made many stops in the majors and in the minors. Ball 1 to Soho, has 1 hit in the series. 1-1. Nagy was 6-1 over his last 8 regular season starts, and then beat the Red Sox in the playoffs. 28 years old, from Fairfield, Connecticut. 1-2. too.
I'll tell you, if Nagy stays out there all night long, you better make up your mind you're going to go to right field. Here's one of the guys on the Seattle ball club, Bob, talking about Luis Sojo, who's really done a job. I mean, this guy is a hacker and slasher. There you see the defense against Sojo. They play him about as straight away as you can be. He's a guy that'll go to right field. If you take a look at Albert Bell in left, if you can show Albert Bell in left, he's a good 90 feet off the line out there, actually bunching on Lofty, who shades towards right center. There you see the line from the line to Albert Bell's position.
He reaches for it, lines it, and Vizquel makes what for him is a routine play. I mean, that doesn't crack his top 100 plays of any season.
Now, easy play for Omar Vizquel. On a soft little line drive, he timed his leak perfectly. When the ball left Sojo's bat, it looked like it might get over his head. But there he is, an easy play for Omar Vizquel.
Did he think that was the last out?
He may have, yeah. Why not? Everybody's fired up here.
He made some plays, one on Buhner diving into the hole, the other barehanded on Sojo in Game 2 in Seattle. It really showed you why he's regarded, now that Ozzie Smith is 40 years old and perhaps will play only one more season, why Vizquel is now regarded as the best glove man at his position in either league.
You know, he's made that barehanded play. I've seen him do it a number of times, and I asked him about it, and he said it's the easiest way for me to make the play. He said I have a lot of confidence in grabbing the ball barehanded instead of trying to make it a glove play, pick it out of the glove and throw in the same motion. He said it's a lot easier for me, barehand, make the throw. It's a do-or-die play anyway. If you make it, fine. If you don't, it's a base hit.
Wilson swings and misses 2-1. Vizquel told me he often played barehanded as a kid in the streets in Caracas, Venezuela. Venezuelan shortstops, boy, rattle off the list. Carrascal, Aparicio, Concepcion, Guillen. Tap foul, 2-2. Wilson in the 9-hole, 278, 9 home runs. Not a soft touch.
Now, this guy's done a good job, and a former Cincinnati Red, and a guy that Lou Finello wanted. And he does a good job behind the plate. He's a pretty good receiver. He throws pretty well. And the 9 home runs, including a big game winner against the White Sox in September, was a big one for Seattle.
A full count. He came to Seattle from Cincinnati with Bobby Ayala. And the deal that sent Brett Boone and Eric Hansen off to Cincinnati. Hansen has since moved on to the Red Sox, where he had a big year.
Isn't it funny, Boone in a postseason series now, along with Dan Wilson here.
That's Nagy's first strikeout. But the Jay Buhner home run has given Randy Johnson a 1-0 lead.